Hello friends, this is our fifth lecture on the 10th essay, that is of discourse. So in the last class we saw that there are some people who have no sense of propriety. So they crack jokes on anything and everything without any consideration for the context or the person or the people or the thing. So Bacon says that such people should be bridled or their speed should be limited. Understand? Or we say their way of speaking should be controlled. There he quotes from Ovid, parce pour stimulis et fortis loris. Parce pour means, I already explained, poor means boy. Parce pour means control boy with the control the horse just with the reins and don't use spur. Spur means as a nail attached to the nail of the horseman's shoe, so that he can prick the sides of the horse and the horse will gallop faster. So he says limit the speed. And now we come to the 10th sentence. Now this is about questions. Humor, sense of humor, and jesting, and now we have got the questions. How to ask questions, whom to ask questions, why to ask questions, and these are the points today. So he that questioneth much shall learn much. If you don't ask any question, say you are taking a class, then after the class you say, any questions? Everybody is sitting there. That means they either they ignored you, or they did not understand you, or they are not interested. So, to show your interest, or actually if you are interested in, really, in that case, you will ask questions. There is no doubt about it. So, he that questioneth much shall learn much. Without questions, you cannot learn. And content much, and satisfied. He will be satisfied also. But, especially if he apply his questions to the skill of the persona whom he asked. Understand? So you should ask questions to, so somebody asks a question like this. Somebody is giving a lecture on computers. Then you ask about Shakespeare, a question to him about Shakespeare. Was there computers during the time of Shakespeare? Stupid nonsense question, isn't it? So you are not going to learn anything. So he will say no. Or he will say, I don't know. But if you ask, how does the central processing unit work? Or what are the ways to log on to the net and so on? Simple questions like that. Then you will get answer and you will be enriched by this. So questions to the skill of the person. Suppose somebody is giving a lecture on music and you are asking questions about farming. What is the fun in that? Whom he asketh, for he shall give them occasion to please themselves in speaking, and himself shall continually gather knowledge. So if you ask questions to the topic that the person was speaking about, then what happens? You are satisfied, you gather knowledge, and he gets a chance once again to explain things to you. That's the point. For he shall give them occasion to please themselves in speaking. So after half an hour class, I asked a student, so what do you think about Bacon's essay of discourse? What does he say about the humor of a speaker? Then I will get one more chance to explain. Understand? So that is a great thing, no? Wonderful. So I am satisfied, you are satisfied. And you can gather knowledge. But let these questions not be troublesome, for that is fit for a poser. Poser means a challenge. You should not ask troublesome questions. Say, okay, I will tell you. Now I am giving lectures on Francis Bacon. Suppose you ask a question like this. How many children did Francis Bacon have? How many children did Francis they can have. No, what is the relevance here? So of discourse and the number of children. Another thing, there was a time when people used ask questions like this. And say, how many children did Lady Macbeth have? That is, how many children? Who is bothered about that? It's none of anybody's business. So such questions are useless and it's a kind of challenging the speaker. The speaker will retort or answer with a wry smile. What is it? A wry smile. That is a disgusted smile. So understand? Not a bright smile, but a disgusted smile. Right, W-R-Y. Right. So that's the thing. So questions should be asked. Questions definitely will give life to or enliven the discussion. Questions should be asked to the point. The person, you should ask questions to a person that has something to do with the skill of the person who talked to you. Not troublesome questions. If you ask troublesome questions, it will be like a puzzle or a challenge. Understand? Nay, not only that. If there be anyone that would reign and take up all the time, so there are some people like that. You can see that the seminar is over or the talk is over, discourse is over. Then a gentleman will stand up and then there is one after another he will be asking questions. And all the others, suppose in the audience there are some 30 students or 30 people. All the 29 will be just sitting and thinking, what this man, when will he stop asking questions? I want. There's another person will lift his hand like that to get a chance, but he doesn't sit. He stands there, one after another he is asking questions. Understand? Questions proceed from his mouth like bullets from a gun. That is a very bad thing. In other words, what are you doing? You are occupying or you are using all the time. Nay, and that is probably maybe he wants to show his prominence, not in a way gathering knowledge. Nay, if there be anyone that would reign means rule over, reign. A king reigns, we say. So in this case it means one who monopolizes and take up all the time. Let him find means to take them off. So if you have such a person, you should somehow take him off. And to bring others on, as musicians used to do with those that dance too long galliards. Galliards is a very lively dance, French dance. Suppose galliards you are dancing, one person is, there are two persons now. And they are dancing and they are supposed to change partners. If you don't change partner, if one person is so addicted, is so adamant that he will dance only with that particular person, then what will musicians do? They will go to them and say, please move, give chance to others. Exactly like that, if you are the master of the discourse, if you have given or one who conducts the discourse or that function should ask the man who is asking number of questions one after another, please sit down, kindly give chance to the other persons also. Like the galliards, no? Dance too long galliards. Means every 15 minutes, 20 minutes you have to change partners. But there are two people there or just one person. The other person wants to change. But this partner, he doesn't want to go. Then what do you do? Musicians will go, because musicians are controlling the whole thing, dance. So then musicians will go and ask him, please move, let another person come in here. Like that, the person who is in charge of the discourse or conducting this function, or the person who has himself given the talk can say, oh my dear friend, you have been asking me too many questions now, some for the time being. So see, that person is trying, lifting his hand. Don't give him a chance. That's what you should do. Understand? So today we have just one point, that is questions. Yesterday we had jesting, that means jokes. No? Today we have questions. Questions must. Questions will enliven the discussion. But then you should ask questions. Such questions that the speaker knows. He has got the skill, knows the subject. And otherwise, if you are just asking questions for the sake of questions, it will be, he says, it will be troublesome. Otherwise, you gather knowledge and you will be satisfied, and the person also will get a chance to talk again, so he also will be satisfied. If you ask a question, a second time he can explain things, means the speaker will be very happy. And you will be getting knowledge. So you are gathering knowledge, you will be satisfied. But it says, there are some people who ask troublesome questions and challenge them. Such one I told you, how many children did Lady Macbeth have? Who wants to know that Lady Macbeth's role itself is very limited. Although she was spurring the ambition of her husband as Macbeth. And now, here again you can see, or you can say, Othello and Desdemona is say. So, you can ask a question, a troublesome question like this. Please describe the romantic, the romantic episodes in Othello. See, that is not the point there. Or the person may be talking about Walt Whitman, and you are asking a question about Othello. Then that is a troublesome question. Or how can you compare Shakespeare with Walt Whitman? Another question. These are irrelevant questions. This is challenging the speech. See that? So, some other people just said, go on asking. So they must. They tell them. And let him be sure to leave other men. That's another thing. You should have a chance. Chance should be given to others. And if you don't give, suppose you are reigning or you are monopolizing all the time for yourself and asking questions one after another, then what happens is that the person who controls the situation should definitely go to him and say, please, my dear, you have been taking too much time, so kindly allow that person. He is lifting his hands like this. So please give him also a chance. Like musicians control galliards. A person is too long galliards, dance too long galliards, then definitely someone will go, or the person in charge of the function will go and say, please move, let another person take over that partner. Understand? So this is what, it's a very simple, I think, the question, how to ask questions. Perfect. There's nothing more to add. See, asking questions. You have seen, if you attend the seminars, if you have gone to refresher courses and so on, you will find one or two persons will monopolize the whole time. And other people get to go bored. But it should be, there should be sprinkling. One asking question, another question, all the questions should be relevant to what the speaker said, not anything irrelevant. If anything irrelevant means there's no sense, you are not gathering any knowledge, you are only challenging the speaker. It's a poser to the speaker. Otherwise, it is satisfying the speaker, satisfying to you, satisfying to other people who are sitting also. Okay, sir? I think it's clear to you. You are now very happy to attend my classes. I hope like that. I'm very optimistic in that way. So you share and also you try to tell your friends and enjoy my classes and subscribe. But we end like this. Break the chain, crush Corona. So let this be our slogan for this week. For next week, I will give another slogan for you. Okay? So bye. Have a nice time. Take care.